Welcome on behalf of the Asian Forum for Human Rights and Development, Forum Asia, as well as Bytes for All Pakistan, who are the two main organizers of this event. We're specifically very grateful for Debbie and Phil for joining us here this morning. I hope that in some ways this is a reflection of the importance of the issue that we're talking about today, even though I think it's an issue that maybe we should continue to speak about as it's making its way through our region. I hope everyone has gotten a copy of the report, which is the main topic of our discussion this morning. The report is called Desecrating Expression, an account of freedom of expression and religion in Asia. It's a result of a series of interviews as well as questionnaires that were taken mostly last year and at the beginning of this year, as well as some research and many discussions that were held in a regional consultation last year in Jakarta. It gives an overview both of the global discourse on freedom of expression and freedom of religion, but also specifically looks at 9 countries, being Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Maldives, Myanmar, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam, and looking both at sort of what the overall situation is there, what both the supportive and debilitating laws and regulations are, specific cases, and sort of main victims and perpetrators in those specific countries.
It all started with one of our research study that we did in Pakistan, looking at hate speech in online and in social media spaces. And it revealed some very dangerous and problematic trends, that how sexual minorities, how human rights defenders and the religious minorities are being targeted in the country. And this research proved to be extremely important for our work and for our advocacy in Pakistan. The idea was to look at freedom of expression in the context of religious freedoms. And then we wanted to understand, particularly at that time, we were seeing very worrying trends. For example, bloggers being killed in Bangladesh. There were extremely problematic, worrying trends in India. What was happening in Gujarat and elsewhere in the country. Then Maldives, where media freedoms were curbed in the name of religion as well. Pakistan and several other countries. There was Ahmadiyya community challenges and issues in Indonesia as well. So we wanted to understand the whole dynamics for example, we were particularly wanting to understand that what UN Human Rights Council or the UN Special Rapporteur could do about this. There is a very extensive list of recommendations and findings in this report, which address to a specific sector, for example, private sector or religious bodies or academia and civil society. What we have seen in particularly, if you have mentioned Pakistan and Bangladesh, what we have seen is the rise of non-state actors, violent non-state actors, and the power dynamics that play out when it comes to freedom of expression and religious freedom issues.
It's quite shocking and concerning that our 9 countries surveyed all have problems, all have very serious challenges. Looking at this report and considering what's happened in this region since the meeting that in Jakarta 18 months ago, to be a member of a religious minority is as dangerous as being a human rights defender in Asia. In fact, if you are a member of a religious minority from a social minority, whether you're a woman, a young person, an indigenous person, or a person of LGBT background, then you are probably in the crosshairs of you're being targeted on several grounds.
This is a very helpful resource. It puts a lot of information in a very accessible way in the hands of people that then can act on this. The recommendations are the sort of recommendations that we would make at Human Rights Watch, really focusing on how to push back on the abuse of religion to violate freedom of expression. Religion is being used, especially when it's a majority religion, to sort of add to and suppress minority points of view. This is a very worrisome situation. It's one where intolerance is spreading quickly through the internet. I mean, I think that the internet has been a huge boon for freedom of expression, and we want to protect a free internet. No one is implying that we should be restricting or censoring the internet, but the governments are using religion politically and then also taking offense and trying to shut down speech, saying that it's a threat to religion, when in fact real threats have not been shown.